What's going on, everyone? So I'm still out here in Singapore and I've got a flight tonight to Australia, but I did a bit of research online and found that there's a gymnastics club out here in Singapore that has open sessions for gymnastics every single day of the week for 6 hours, which is unheard of. I mean, you would be lucky to find a place in London or even the rest of the world that has an open session a week, yet this place does open sessions every single day. And not only that, it's for about 6 hours, which is also pretty crazy. The only place I've ever seen an open session like that was in London, and they ended up closing that place down and replaced it with a fucking paddle club of all things. So like I said, my flight actually leaves tonight in about 6 hours. So I figured I wanted to take advantage of the fact that there's an open session here for so long. And so I'm just gonna be here just doing some flips, doing some kicks, doing some tricks. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Let's go. So just pulling up to the place now, and this is it. It's called Gymcraft out here in Singapore. So if you ever come out here and you're into things like gymnastics and stuff, this is the place to come to. I think there's a bunch of kids here doing some classes or something, so I'm gonna have to be careful with what I film. So obviously we don't want little kiddies in the video, do we? This is the place, Gymcraft. So this is the spot. We've got some trampolines over in the corner, got some beams, some bars, and obviously this right here is the thing that I'm going to be playing around on. We've got a decent looking floor, so I'm going to get warmed up on here and hopefully do some crazy shit. Just getting my body warmed up, and yeah, it's a cool little club. I mean, it's not the most insane looking gymnastics club I've ever seen, but for someone like me who just wants a bit of a sprung floor to practice some round off handspring tucks on and some punch fronts on and a few kicks and tricks and stuff, it's actually perfect. But from just having jumped around on it a bit, it's not the bounciest floor that I've ever been on. It's quite a tough floor. So I think for gymnastics, that's probably a good thing, just because if it's too bouncy, then you kind of end up relying on the bounce a little bit. Whereas if it's not crazy bouncy, if the springs are not crazy springy, then you're forced to just make sure you have perfect technique. So in that sense, I understand, but I think I would have preferred a slightly more bouncier floor, but we'll see how we get on. I'm going to chuck a few round off back tucks and a few punch fronts just to see how my body reacts. Then we'll take it from there. But yeah, there's mostly kids here. I mean, it would make sense. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I would imagine most people, most normal working adults are probably at work or something, right? It's just weirdos like me who are traveling the world, going to gymnastics places. I don't even know what I need to do for a warm-up right now. I usually just like to warm up my joints, so just my forearms, my hands, my knees, my ankles, that kind of thing. Let's try a little bridge, shall we? I learned this at Overgravity in London. It's a really nice stretch for the back if you're going to be doing handspring. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Okay. Also, really gets your wrists warmed up as well. Solid. Anyway, I think I feel alright. Alright, let's do some flips. So whilst I was just faffing around in that gymnastics studio, I saw these two dudes that were doing some cool tricks and stuff as well. So I asked them what they train in and what they do, and they told me they do wushu, and they're part of some sort of like university club as well or something. So I asked them if they could just show me some skills and show me what they got, and they were more than happy to oblige. So these next few clips are of them just doing some really cool stuff. Okay, guys, and that is pretty much it for my gymnastics session today in Singapore. So, as you can see, I am currently, well, you probably can't tell from here, but I'm in the airport. I'm in Changi Airport in Singapore. So, I ended up leaving in a bit of a rush just because we had our flight in 3 hours. So we had to catch a taxi out to Changi Airport, and there's a bunch of other things going wrong. So, I didn't really get a chance to properly warm down after a 2.5 hour tumbling session and throwing a bunch of kicks and stuff like that. And it's obviously very important when you're doing like tumbling or any type of gymnastic stuff, or even just like tricking or kicking and that kind of stuff, to make sure that you really do a nice proper warm down and stretch out at the end. So fortunately, out here in Changi Airport, the whole airport just has carpet on the floor. So it's actually, and they've got loads of quiet areas where you can just go and sit down and just chill. And it's really nice and easy to just sort of chill out here and just do some nice deep stretching of the hips and stuff, just to make sure that I'm not going to wake up tomorrow. Well, I probably won't sleep tonight because it's a 7 hour flight to Melbourne. That's where we're going. So I'm just going to stretch out here, just try and loosen everything up, because yeah, definitely tighten up a bit, especially when I don't do this stuff regularly. I start to feel it. But anyway, today's session was solid. Got a decent amount of tumbles in. There's still a few things I need to work on, but overall, really happy with it. Got it in. I met a couple of dudes there as well. They were both called Ryan. They trained like wushu. I saw them doing a few things, and I was like pretty impressed. It just looked kind of badass. So I walked over to them and asked them what they do, and they told me like a bit of wushu and tricking. So, you know, some of those clips you saw were obviously of them just getting after it, just doing some madness, and I love that shit, you know, meeting people and just seeing what they're capable of. And they were a bunch of humble dudes as well, because they were trying to make it out like they're not that good, but then they were sending like beat twists and just crazy kicks and aerials, and I was like, you guys are good, man. Like, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna finish off, just do a bit of stretching out here, look like a bit of a weirdo in Changi Airport, but you know what, like, who gives a shit, right? Everyone's busy doing their own shit. No one's really paying too much attention to me. So I'm going to crack on. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Get out there and get after it, guys. Peace, love, and all that jazz. Yo!